My name is Krys. I'm a content creator here in Germany.
Hallo, ich bin Krys. Ich bin amerikanisch, leben in Deutschland.
I pretty much make videos on the perspective of like Americans living here and my overall experience, you know?
Right.
And I've been doing this for about 2 years, and it's been a crazy journey since.
Why did you even come to Germany in the first place?
I came to Germany for work.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I work at Schnitzelhaus Stripper House, and I've been
Schnitzelhaus Stripper House.
Yeah, and I've been keeping that pretty consistent. So I do speak German, but I
was going to ask you that.
In my heart, in my heart.
Hallo, Entschuldigung, und kleine Apotheke, Angang, Asphalt, Audi, BMW mit Volkswagen Uber Eats.
I think I speak it well. But
Okay, in your heart.
Online, they would beg to differ. It's really hard to learn another language, and
Especially German. Do you buy into the stereotype of it being like aggressive and stuff?
it's not aggressive.
Right.
It's really deep.
What do you mean by saying it's really deep
So
though?
it's like instead of like Guten Tag, it's just like Guten Tag. It just drops real low.
Right.
I don't hear any aggression. I just feel like if I have to speak it, instead of like bitte schön, I would just be like bitte schön.
And they're making more authentic and shit?
Yeah, of course.
So this is another, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This is another episode of the Quote Goes podcast. I go by the name of Tommy Guns. I got my cousin Willie Will in the building. Oh, you done put on the cool dude shades all of a sudden. And we have a very special guest in the building today. I'm very honored that she graced us with her presence today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I really appreciate you for coming. Can you introduce yourself a little bit to the people?
So my name is Krys. I'm a content creator here in Germany, and I pretty much make videos on the perspective of like Americans living here and my overall experience, you know?
Right.
And I've been doing this for about 2 years, and it's been a crazy journey since. And I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Why did you even come to Germany in the first place?
I came to Germany for work.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But the thing about it is that nobody knows what my actual job is. So,
Okay,
so I
okay.
keep that like a secret thing, but I usually tell people I'm either a dentist or I work at Schnitzelhaus Stripper House. And I've been
Schnitzelhaus Stripper House.
Yeah, and I've been keeping that pretty consistent. So sometimes people will come up to me and ask me that, like, hey, how's it being a stripper? And I'm like, it's good. It's great. Yeah.
So you would rather people think you a stripper than know your actual job?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a stripper. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it. I think
You wouldn't mind? You don't think it's nothing?
No, not at all.
It's not like degrading or any?
No, I mean, I've never done it before.
Okay.
But like, I don't look down on that type of like work. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you're not opposed to like doing OnlyFans or something of that sort?
No, I'm not saying
There's
that.
OnlyFans in your future. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that if women decide to work in that field,
Right.
then I'm not against it. Like
You all for it?
I'm all for it. But
Okay.
but then also I told you that I could be a dentist as well. So
Okay.
it's like whether I'm working as a person that does stripping or someone that people would, I guess respect because they're a dentist, it
Right.
shouldn't matter. You should just treat me with the same level of respect regardless.
Okay. So it's all about
Yeah.
a broad scope of like everybody's like
Yeah.
interests, that's I get it.
I mean, I wouldn't put it that deep. I think a big part of it is just me being I'm very sarcastic.
Okay.
And I just think there are more important things than just knowing what I do for work. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I just say that. So yeah, you can just identify me whichever one you feel like.
Okay. How
Yeah.
long have you lived out here?
2 years.
2 years. Okay. And you live like, I don't want to dox you, but you live like in Bavaria or like in the Frankfurt area type shit?
Yeah.
Or Krakfat, as you call it?
Krakfat. Yeah, I live on the west side of Germany, so
Okay.
And I love it. I love it over there. I have opportunities to go to other countries and things like that. But
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
so if you want to catch me at the Frankfurt area ish.
Okay. But do you work for like a German? Do you work with German people or do you work with more American people?
Right now, I work with German people. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But most of my work that I do is associated with my agency,
Okay.
which is German.
Okay. Do you like your online stuff? Is
Yeah.
German.
Yeah.
Okay. And they get you like German deals and brand deals and stuff like that. Excuse me.
Yeah, interestingly, yeah, that's our main focus. But I do work with American companies, which is really interesting because I'm the only American in my agency. So
Okay.
they're always kind of like, they're very excited, but it's kind of interesting how they have to navigate it,
It's hard to get deals out here. Like as an American, you really, kind of have to be. You have to be a safe product like yourself. Like I find it kind of difficult for me to get brand deals a lot because I do it. Some of my content is like controversial. It's like really kind of polarizing because sometimes I talk about like political stuff and I'm like kind of challenging ideals or, sometimes I do funny podcasts too. But like if a German brand is afraid of you saying the wrong thing, they most likely won't want you to like represent them or something like that.
Yeah, that's like 100%. I mean, right now my biggest challenge is that like I do speak German, but I
was gonna ask you that.
In my heart,
Yeah.
I think I speak it well.
Okay,
but
in your heart.
Online, they would beg to differ.
Right.
But that's like kind of the key things is like, we really want someone that speaks German.
Yes.
But then surprisingly enough, most of my audience is American. My following is American.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay. Like Americans living over here and stuff, or like Americans in America.
it's like Americans in America just like watching like, hey, this is, this could potentially be me if I went over here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, it's the brand deals, they do come and go, but it's not really, you don't really want a lot. You want to work with brands that are more focused on what you represent and who you are. And just because you close on a brand deal or whatever, for the money, if it doesn't fit with your audience, it just doesn't work,
Yeah, you don't want to be like a hoe for the brands and like, you taking every little Temu deal that.
Yeah.
Did Temu ever hit you up?
For the sake,
Okay.
Cameron, for the
That's okay.
sake of, they did hit me up.
Right.
Honestly, I have no opinion on Temu. I just think that there's a couple of things criteria that a company has to meet before I decide to interact with them.
I got you.
But yeah, did they hit you up?
They hit me up all the time. Like every other day they sending me some wild product that they want me to like. But they never offer me like money. They offer me the product and like potentially some money or like some commission for it or something like that. But it's always like some really like bootleg looking. I'm never gonna work with Temu, so I'll say like I know you were like super politically correct right now, but I don't give a shit. I'm never working with Temu because I feel like their products are like really knockoff, and when you order it, like you never know like what you're gonna get. But you don't have to co-sign. You don't have to co-sign that. But that's how I genuinely feel about Temu.
Okay, well, if you change your mind, they
Right.
do offer money. So if you
They do?
Yes.
And
do.
another thing about Temu, I don't want to go off on a Temu tangent, but like,
Yeah.
I never know if it's a legitimate email. All their emails look so. I'm scared to click the link. I'm scared it's gonna put some Chinese virus on my laptop or somebody gonna steal my identity or some shit. When I get these like really ambiguous looking Temu emails and stuff.
Yeah. You just gotta check the email. I thought that was like.
But they always have links. They like click this if you want to do this and you got to go to the here and blah blah. Maybe it is like some Nigerian dude sending me Timu emails or something. Like you never know.
It could be a possibility,
Yeah.
but you can always verify that though. You can always verify. You can always verify like whether it's a real person or not just based off the email. But I don't know. That's unfortunate for you. For me, I've actually had good communication with Temu, but I just haven't proceeded.
Is that how you pronounce it? Tamu? I thought it was Timu.
It's Temu.
Temu. Yeah.
Tamu? I thought it was okay. I don't even know how to pronounce that name.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
2 years. You've been here 2 years, and you're aspiring to speak German, right? I mean, you're trying to speak it. You're trying to learn it.
Yeah.
Because I saw your video where you was ordering food. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And Germans really like that. I mean, they really like that. And I'm telling you, if you add that element to your stuff, man, I'm telling you, it'll be that much stronger. That's just my opinion, And I told him the same thing.
No, your opinion is quite valid. That's very true. I think progression is so important, especially in Germany. They want to see you try. Yeah, like, they want to see you try, and I'm trying.
And they respect you. They respect you a whole lot more, because I remember 3 years. I can remember being here 3 years, and then I felt like I wasn't thinking anymore about speaking. I was just speaking. So 2 years, believe me, it's coming. So you just have to just keep going, keep trying. Just keep doing it, and don't think about it. And ask a lot of questions. Ask little kids questions. Let them ridicule you. And you'll remember the words through that. Because
they will ridicule you.
Yeah, they be like, you don't know what that means.
That's what hangs me up about it. Because I've been out here like 14 years now.
I'm not going to speak on it. I'm not going to speak on how long you've been out.
I've been out here for a long time, and I'm just now
10 years
taking learning the language seriously. Even though I took the courses when I first moved here because I had to. Did you have to take like the A1 and B1 and all that stuff to live out here?
No.
Okay.
Because of her situation, probably.
Oh yeah, because of your ambiguous work situation out here and stuff.
It's ambiguous.
Yeah, but like I understand a lot, but I feel like when I speak, it's hard for me to find myself in the language. Like I feel like a totally different person when I switch over to German, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Yeah. I haven't found a way to convey my personality fully when I speak it yet.
It takes time. It takes time.
Yeah, because it feels like really like kind of like textbooks. So, but how you're talking now, you have like a type of like accent and slang, and it's like you want to still incorporate that,
That's
but
nice.
it's like you're just saying like Guten Tag.
Yeah,
but we would say like something different.
What's so amazing about it? I'm gonna say us. I'm being racist. I'm sorry, but no, I'm serious. I actually have my own slang. Here, I've been here so long, and I've actually added my own accent to it, and it really sounds like me, So I think it just comes with time.
Yeah, that's what
I think it definitely comes with time, but that's not being racist per se. I think it's like more of you finding your identity, like you said, in the language,
Right.
And there's different types of
I am sometimes, but I just try not to be. When I say things, I say, us over here, because it's not many of us over here, and I'm talking about Black Americans, so
yeah.
I mean, it's definitely something when we look at stuff, because it affects all of us, pretty much the same, and it's powerful when we can help each other, so, and I was telling him when he got over here, I said, man, you get that language, bruh.
Yeah, that's very important.
So
and I ain't believing it, and I'm just now taking it like super serious and shit.
Yeah, but at least you're doing it now. Respect for that.
Yeah. It's really hard to learn another language, and
especially German, because it's like it's kind of. Do you buy into the
against
stereotype of it being like aggressive and stuff?
No, I actually don't. And I made a video about this. It's not aggressive.
Right.
It's really deep.
What do you mean by saying it's really deep?
So
though?
it's like instead of like Guten Tag, it's just like Guten Tag. It just drops real low. So it's not aggressive.
Right.
I don't hear any aggression. I just feel like if I have to speak it, instead of like bitte schön, I would just be like bitte schön.
And they make it more authentic and shit.
Yeah, of course.
Bitte schön. I should try that bitte schön.
Well,
yeah, I feel a little more.
I think I say it better than
you. I mean, you got more practice,
I I said, you asked me, how long have you been here? I said, what, 2 years?
Yeah, but I
You
just
said
told you I don't really be speaking it like that though. But because it sounds aggressive to me, but from when you present that perspective, I can understand. Like it is kind of like deep, not necessarily aggressive.
The reason why, and I was super excited to come to Germany, is because I fell in love with a German band when I was really young.
Oh, really?
And so that's what I associated the language with. And then it kind of just, so when I learned that I had an opportunity to come here and work, that's what I associated with.
What band is that?
It's called Tokyo Hotel.
Tokyo Hotel. That's a German band?
Yeah, surprisingly enough.
Tokyo Hotel. Okay, so you like German music.
know that.
Yeah, I do. I do like German music, and I've gone to Germany before. So although I came here just 2 years ago, I came here as a child to visit.
Okay.
Yeah, so just very well traveled.
But wait, before you get on into this, why have you traveled the world so much? What's kind of your backstory to why you've been so many places and seen so many things? As cliche as that sounds.
My mom is an engineer.
Wow. Okay.
So I was able to, see a lot of the world, and eventually that took us overseas. So I went to the Middle East, and I was there about like 9 years. I went to middle school and high school.
Where in the Middle East? Iraq?
No, Qatar.
Iran? Okay.
Yeah, Qatar.
Qatar. I've been to Qatar.
You have?
I was in the military before.
Okay, so you were in Doha. I mean, you had to be in Doha.
It was like a through thing. It was like I didn't stay there for very long.
Qatar.
Yeah, I went through Qatar. Yeah.
Did you like it out there?
No, it was hard. It was terrible.
I mean, it's really hot. But what year were you there, though? If you don't mind me asking.
This was during like the Iraq War and stuff like that.
2003,
2005, something like that. Yeah, but it was like a green zone on the way to Iraq.
Okay.
Yeah, not to cut off your story with that.
No. I just wanted to know because you were like you didn't enjoy it, and I think I know why.
I mean, I was a soldier and shit.
Yeah.
So, and as soon as I got there, they showed me videos of like people's heads being blown off and like warning us about snipers in Iraq and stuff like that.
Okay, so yeah, I think if I had that experience as you, I would associate it like
you
that.
had a better experience.
Yeah. I mean, the country's developed so much now, so it's like it's very different. Than what it used to be. But
all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I mean, just to clarify, nothing crazy happened to me when I was in country.
Yeah.
But the army experience was just bad for me. But I never had to kill anybody or saw anybody die over there or anything like that. Okay. I was one of the lucky ones, but it was still a crazy. It was like living on Mars or something. In the desert with the heat and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's so different. So yeah,
right.
I get it.
Right. Yeah. But your mom's an engineer, and that's why you traveled the world. And your favorite band was a German band, so that's why you don't look at the language as like Hitler language and stuff.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't look at it like that. And one of the things is like really important for me is that like the type of comedy that I do is. It's called observational comedy. So,
right.
So everything and I think that's what makes it, like you were saying earlier, like, somewhat relatable because we all have similar observations. And one thing I've noticed, especially with German people, is like, we can celebrate certain extents to our American pride.
Right.
If you're from like anywhere in the world, basically, but Germans typically have, They can celebrate it, but only to a small extent,
Okay.
And I feel like when we talk about, especially as people that are foreigners here in Germany, and I want to show German people, I love your culture. I want to be here. And so that's where it all started. And I think it was because of that.
Okay.
And, yeah.
That's probably why so many people gravitate. Because even though it's really funny and it may I think a lot of people do that type of content. And they're more like making fun of the German culture because Germany has a very distinctive like culture. Yeah. Like German people are German people. You know what I'm saying?
And some of them funny.
But I think you look at it from a perspective of you're not like downing it or like necessarily even making fun of it. It's just like you said, it's like you're observing it and pointing out things that like even people that's not from the culture can kind of relate to. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
And it's hilarious. Like when I watch your videos, I bust the fuck out laughing. Like I'm like, cause I see both perspectives. Like we was just watching one earlier where you was like how when a German doesn't understand you, they be like, huh?
Yeah.
But you know, yeah.
And that's so true. That's so true. Huh?
It is very true.
I
that
even
hat.
say it. You know, it's crazy.
You do?
Yeah, you pick it up after a
Yeah, I
while.
see it.
All them little mannerisms and
You
stuff.
know, because I got German kids. You know, my wife is German. So.
Oh, okay. So you guys are
so,
all
yeah.
hat. I think they said that it was like us saying "huh" like in English, but it's not. It's not. It's not like "huh" like because we'll say like very like I said in the video, stop it. There's like "hat" like it's just
It's equivalent to hunt, though. It's equivalent to hunt.
But yeah, I love that. And then there's another thing that I noticed here, and I like don't think I'll make a video about it, but it's just like I noticed they do like a head nod here, like as like a confirmation. Or is that in my mind?
Some
Do
people
they do a head
some
nod?
people do.
I feel like we do that too, though.
It's
Especially
like-
as black people, we head nod each
But we
other
do-
like a motherfucker.
But
We go up.
We're going up.
Oh yeah.
Theirs is more of like
Some of
here.
them-
I see people going down like soul. Like it's like I don't know.
You know, I don't see many people doing. That might be some Mason stuff you got going on there.
Mason
I don't know.
stuff.
No,
Mason
I'm just
stuff.
kidding. No, I'm saying nodding and stuff. No, I don't.
Have I ever noticed that?
I've never noticed that. Pretty much.
I've noticed it. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe it was one of those nights I had
Maybe
like too many
signs.
drinks. It could have been
Maybe
one
it was
drinking-
too many drinks.
one of the drinking nights.
But there's a lot of stuff like that though. Like another video you made was which I never really. It's always been kind of how they do it has kind of been weird to me. The whole juice thing, the way they say bye to each other.
Choose, yeah.
Yeah, how they always kind of sing it, no matter what mood they're in. It's always like choose.
Yeah.
Like, especially when they getting off the phone or some shit like that. I remember the first time I heard that word, I thought they were saying like juice. Like it sound like juice. I know it sound like choose to you.
Choose, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought
Yeah, but to be fair though, when we do say bye, bye, we kind of sing it too though.
we can also just be like bye.
Yeah, but we be like,
But the bye you just said, it sounded like bye. Like, but you're like bye. I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And we just sung yeah too.
Yeah.
Huh.
I guess that
it's
is
amazing when you
true.
analyze stuff. It's crazy.
Now that just seems like base level, just common knowledge. Like all we had to do was just say bye, and it just sounded the same.
But that's how it's gonna be with German. When it click on y'all, call me. Y'all, both of y'all, send me a text when it click, right? Because I'm telling you, you're gonna be somewhere one day. You're gonna be like, was wollte ich jetzt machen? Ich hab vergessen. Okay. Damn, I'm speaking German. That's how you gonna be.
I think you have one of those like, those shows, Are You Smarter Than Like a Fifth Grader? I think you have one of those excelled brains where you just picked up a link because you're saying
You
it's
think
gonna,
so?
because you're saying it's gonna click,
It's gonna click.
and it's not
It
not
will.
gonna click.
I
for
thought
me.
that too.
Because you never took a class, right?
No.
You just learned it over time.
I thought that I was fortunate to get a job as a Jungenbetreuer. That's somebody that is a babysitter for kids when they get out of school, so they won't be in the streets. They was coming in my cafe, playing billiards, and that's when the PlayStation 1 was out. We was playing FIFA and stuff like that. So they was coming in, and a lot of them had English homework, and I would offer to help them, and they would help me learn German, and I would tell them, hey, school me, test me, and everybody was coming in, Willie, what's that? Willie, what's that? And it went on for 8 years. And my German just got better and better, and so that's pretty much how I learned. And the thing is just forget about not knowing, and just let yourself go. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Because it'll come. It'll come. It's coming now. I mean, even as we're
Pause.
speaking now.
Yeah.
Pause.
Pause. You said it's coming.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you meant like a literal pause.
No.
What?
Like, what, you want me to shut up now?
No.
No, but I think that's a great thing that you were able to be exposed in such a great language exchange, especially learning it from kids. It's like you start at like that base level, because I know like a lot of the classes and apps can be really intimidating, and so that's how you became like fluent.
I'm on that Duolingo shit right now.
Duolingo, yeah.
Yeah, I try to take a class a day.
Yeah, I have Rosetta Stone.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to Rosetta Stone.
that's the old school.
Yeah.
Sponsor us, Rosetta Stone.
I don't think they'll sponsor you guys.
You don't think so?
I think you've said enough things to lose a lot of sponsors.
No, just Timu. I just don't fuck with Timu. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Temu is,
Yeah.
Timo is Timo.
But what's like your biggest platform? Would you say like it's Instagram or TikTok?
it's TikTok.
TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been on the app, and how long did it take you to like blow up? Let me get some of that Jack too, cause
I've been on
if
the
you don't
app.
mind, sir.
I've been on the app for about 4 years.
Okay.
And there's no real like
Appreciate you.
blow up. It's not a thing. Unless you become like, one of those overnight, like very demure or that Hawk Tua girl.
Oh, not the Hawk Tua girl.
Yeah, like then that's like technically that'd be a blow up, but
So you didn't have like one video that hit like 10 million views, and then from there you was like off to the races type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, but no, I have a video that has like 32 million views. I have another one that has
Okay,
like,
humble brag.
I mean, what I'm saying, no, it's not a brag. What I'm saying is that even when you gain that type of I built viral videos, but building a foundation takes a lot longer.
Right.
But I will say this. I was in Korea and I was going to the States, just like a 9-hour flight. And when I landed, I had gained 300,000 followers within that flight. And from there, it just went like boom, boom, boom. It was like insane. I hate that it happened because I want it to happen again. And then from there, that's when like I kind of came into Germany with like 700,000 followers. And then I gained the remaining.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of happened to me too. I put up, I can't remember what video it was, but I put it up and I gained like 150,000 followers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
In like one day or something like that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, but it's like with a podcast, I'm always like, you have a certain niche, right? Like your niche is like, you comparing American culture to German culture and stuff like that. And like, you can stick to that, you can stay within that, and your audience knows you for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's maybe, I don't know, but it's maybe easier for you to navigate that and for people to identify with you with like a certain thing. Mm-hmm. But for me, it's like I'm always jumping topics and conversations and talking to different people within different niches and stuff like that. So like, it's harder for me to like cater to a certain audience. Mm-hmm. If you know what I'm saying. So when I had that like one day and getting like jumping up to 200 and whatever 1,000 followers I have on TikTok now, it stagnated after that because I blew up for one type of video, but I couldn't stay. I can't make every podcast about that topic. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to. Like I'm curious about a lot of things. Yeah. And I want to talk to people from like all kind of walks of life and stuff. So I think maybe it's a longer climb to like 1 million views till I'm like Joe Rogan status or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know who Joe Rogan is?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah. You would be a good person to go on.
She said, I'm aware.
She's really good at like speaking.
I love it.
No, I just said it.
She on point, dog. She on point.
Yeah, she on
point. I love it.
I appreciate that.
No, I'm serious. I'm not making fun. I'm serious.
I appreciate it. You're very comforting.
Sure.
You really are, though. You're very sweet.
Well, thank you.
That's that Southern hospitality, right?
Yeah, the
I might
Southern.
get some Southern comfort, maybe.
Yeah, that was a little strong. A little bit strong. But yeah, I just think like the thing is like if you started watching a video about a man and like he shows you how to fix like a car and like he shows you all these car hacks and he's like, hey guys, we're gonna work on this car, we're gonna work on this car, this different car, we're gonna go here. This is what his content's about. And when you lean away from that,
right,
and then the algorithm doesn't really know where to put your stuff.
Exactly.
Because it's kind of like generalized. If I guarantee you, if I sat here and I made a video about makeup, it's gonna do horrible.
Yeah, your audience is gonna be like, okay, Krys, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, they're not gonna like
Unless
it.
you do it in a funny, like German type of, this is how German women do their eyelashes or something like that.
And again, I couldn't do that because that would be a generalization of German women. And so it's like very, like you have to be very spot on.
So you're very cognitive of how you have to approach
Oh yeah,
all your videos and stuff.
The community guidelines is like second.
Don't get me started on the motherfucking community
It
guidelines.
should be like your Bible, but these are things
I ain't even read them. I just always get strikes and I'll be like, damn, I can't do that.
So you
I can't say that.
You had a plan. You had a plan before you started.
Yeah, I did have a plan, but yeah, the key thing was making sure that you follow community guidelines.
Right.
The second thing is understanding what content goes viral and what typically does not. So,
Right.
like very, attractive people will go viral. Men and women will go viral often. Couples, things like that. Maybe interracial couples also usually go quite viral because it's so different.
Damn, I should have been in one of them categories. I ain't went viral.
No, or just pure raw, just being yourself. Or for you, for example, you're doing a podcast, so we would talk about topics like what's going on with. I don't want to talk about the Diddy party, so I'm just saying.
You brought it up.
I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, let's
that.
not talk about
I
the
don't
Diddy
wanna-
parties.
I
Okay.
don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake.
Right,
I just
right,
know
right, right.
I'm happy I wasn't going to one of those.
Yeah.
Things, whatever.
I've been to a Diddy party. I'm saying it on record right now. I've been to one.
Oh man,
No, I'm just
that's why you so shiny over there with the baby oil. Nah, I'm just playing. Okay, keep going with the niche stuff. Which
No, but it's very strategic, and
Right.
there's the biggest thing I can tell you is don't make videos or don't create content as someone that's a creator. Make it as if you're a watcher.
Okay.
So, imagine you're at home, you got home from work, and you want to put on this one thing that's really gonna entertain you, relax you, give you some comfort. Either it's information, humor, a tutorial, but it's enough to really just bring you into that zone. But if you're
Right.
making as a creator, have you ever heard of do you have a homeboy that released a song and it was just ass?
Yes, many of them.
We all have at least. We all have at least. I'm sorry.
Everybody got one.
These two homeboys.
Something happened earlier today. I can't talk about it, and it's just I can't even. So anyway,
You got to be honest with those people, or you're not helping them.
you have to be honest with them, but that's not the point. The
Okay.
point is that in their mind, as the creator of this song, this was amazing.
Right.
But then as you as a watcher, it wasn't. So
Right.
you have to almost rewire your brain to be the opposite.
Because they're too concerned about them being happy about even making the song, and they think, oh, everybody gonna fuck with this because I fuck with this.
Exactly.
Okay.
You have to almost be you have to, I sometimes I scroll on my TikToks and as if I've never seen them before.
Be your own critic.
I do that too, though.
Yeah,
With my good ones,
But you're
Yeah.
gonna do it with the bad ones too. There's no bad ones.
You really enlightening me right now, though. I appreciate this
he probably
advice.
Don't even look at the bad ones. He probably don't even look at them.
I archived the
this one
bad
is
ones.
bad.
Yeah,
This one is bad.
I archived the bad ones
Oh,
over
this
time.
is a good one.
Yeah.
The humor that I put out is very different than what I receive as humor. I laugh at things that are
Really? You don't feel like your videos are funny?
I think they're funny. Yeah. I
Okay,
think,
but it's not nothing you would normally. Would you got dark humor or something?
No. I just laugh at. I think it's more of dark humor.
Like you laugh at people falling and hurting themselves type thing, or parkour videos that go wrong or something.
There was
I laugh at that.
I do, but I laugh the last thing I laughed at recently was just in the whole world 2025. That was just the whole objective, and for some reason that made me laugh because I don't want the world to end. But because
You laughed at the world ending?
I don't want it to end.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is what made me laugh about that is it's just because that's such an extreme resolution for so many things that can be solved. So I find it kind of stupid that somebody would put it out, but I find it funny.
Okay. The irony of it or something.
It's just more of people have such an interesting way of how they resolve something, but really if you look at everything that's happening in the world right now, a lot of the things are just out there. It can be easily resolved. So when I see things that take such an extreme level, like for example, if we're all working on something and then someone's just like, let's give up. Even though we know we can complete this task, it would just make me laugh because it's just like, this type of thinking doesn't get us anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know what type of humor that is. Maybe my mind is too open to something. I don't know.
It sounds to me like you're a positive person. That's what it sounds to me like. I might be wrong.
And the idea of somebody just wanting to be so negative they want to give up and blow everything up is like hilarious to you.
Yeah, that's positive, bro.
Yeah.
I just want to mention, I don't know if you'll put this in, but my friend is over here in the corner, and when you were like, you're a really positive person, he was just in the background like...
He was shaking his head you don't know her.
No, but
you think you know her, but you don't.
Yeah, but he didn't shake his head like
but he was like...
No, but he like closed his eyes.
He was like, y'all have no idea.
I'm going to go in, good Lord have mercy.
I would say I'm kind of a pessimist. I would prefer not to be, but I kind of gravitate more toward... how can I word this? Like, I'm always waiting on some shit to happen, you know? And I'm always... I guess that's like the essence of like a pure podcaster. Like, if this don't happen, this shit gonna happen, and you better watch out for it type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily look for the more positive thing to happen because I always know, like... I'm always like cognitive that some shit about to like happen or go wrong or something like that. I don't know.
I don't think that's pessimistic. I think that's just being cautious and aware and like prepared. But I don't think that's pessimistic. I mean, but you can perceive it that way.
Right.
Be politically correct.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that exactly that thinking right there was what started the first insurance company, you know, in the whole world, you know.
Good point.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that was a good point, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a good point.
I think you're the positive person.
Yeah, but I try to be positive, you know. But this guy, I'm telling you, I'm gonna say something about this guy because you probably don't know him that well, but
yeah, I don't.
This guy came over here. He's reinvented himself like 3 times. You know what I mean? And has really never held a job. You know what I mean? But he's always been on top. So, I mean, I told him, I commended him on it, you know, because it's just amazing to me because I've been over here a long time. I've been working a job since I've been here. And it's not like I had to. I just didn't have the ambitions that he did. He came over here on another level, you know, and so he just went straight into the media type of stuff. You know, he was doing rap first, you know, and I saw he was doing, you know, he had a show somewhere over here in Nuremberg, and I live in Mönchengladbach, about 4 hours away. And I was like, that's my cousin. I called my mom. I said, that's my cousin, ain't it? She was like, yeah.
Yeah, he hit me up like, I'm your cousin. I was like, oh, here go another motherfucker talking about they my cousin.
Right. And I was like, nah, I'm your cousin for real.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't trying to be. I said, I'm trying to come out there tonight, right?
Yeah.
And I came, you know, and you know, so he
then
did
it
the
turns
rap.
out he was my motherfucking. We first cousins, ain't we?
Yeah, second.
Second cousins, okay.
Second cousin.
But yeah, and since then, you know, I mean, you know, just, you know, and then after that, you know, he did the tattoo thing, you know, so seeing him reinvent himself and the way I see people over here struggling to find something to do, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, it motivated me, you know, so.
Yeah, and that's interesting, you know, because when you have this podcast and it's fully set up, and I saw your tattoo work because you were like, hey, if you want a tattoo, you know, hit me up. And I was like, I saw your message and I was like, Kenny tattoo, because, you know, I have tattoos, but, you know, mine's are like kind of like prison style tattoos. I didn't get them in jail, but I would just go to a party, and if a guy had like a tattoo gun, I would just be like, oh my god,
fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I looked at your tattoos, I was like, oh, this is amazing. But then the fact that you had the the courage to start a podcast as well, like this is also amazing. And then I just learned that you were in music. But there's a lot of people like that, and I've noticed that they're very like, it's like they don't ever feel settled. Like it's like. Yeah, it's like you're trying to master, but you're mastering. It seems like you're trying to master each thing that you get interest in.
Yeah, and that's really what's that saying? Like you can't be a master of all or something like that.
Master of all.
What is that?
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes,
yeah.
that's the saying. I'm always juggling because I'm the type of person that feel like I can kind of do anything. Like I try not to watch too much stuff because every time I see somebody doing something creative, I think I'm like kind of like just a creative. And if I see somebody doing something, I'm always like, I can do that too. And before, if I don't stop myself, I'm gonna try to do it too. And before I know it, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole and find myself doing it. You know what I'm saying? It happened with rap, it happened with singing, it happened with songwriting, it happened with tattooing, it happened with podcasting. And I kind of have to stop myself from like trying stuff all the time because I don't know, juggling too many things can be kind of stressful because you hungry, bro? I heard your stomach, but
I got some pizza.
yeah, some pizza. Yeah.
No, seriously.
Nah, it made me forget what the fuck I was about to say. But how you're kind of structured and you like know like the direction you're going in and like like the content you're gonna put out and you kind of got it down to a science. I'm kind of just doing whatever I feel and throwing it out there, like kind of authentically. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I'm trying to do so many things. It's hard for me to, break it down to a science, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that. The truth is that there's like 7 billion people in the world, and I think the most played song I've ever seen on YouTube maybe had like 1 billion or 2 billion.
What is that? Open Gundam style?
It could be, or I think it was something by Bruno Mars. But the point is that not everyone's gonna see your content. So stop aiming for everybody. Aim for your niche, like who you want to see your content.
Right.
If you're everywhere, not everyone's gonna see your content, and not everything's gonna go viral. But you want your niche to gravitate toward what you create,
Right.
Because I've seen plenty of podcasts where it talks about like murder stories, where they talk about sports. They had Cat Williams. We just saw it talking for a really long time.
Yeah, he was talking a long time.
And then it's so funny listening to him. But the point is, like, I don't want this to become like a lesson to you. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying that, as like I've said before, it's not hard. Mm-hmm. But the hardest part about it, I think, is just like you're consistently doing something and your brain's telling you like, okay, well, maybe this isn't working out. Let's switch it up. Let's try this. But the consistency is like key, and just knowing who your audience is. Would you say consistency is like the most important thing in content creation? Yeah, I think the longest I've gone on my TikTok without posting in 4 years was like a week.
Like a week, and even that's like a long time. That's like 50 years in content creation or something like that, right?
I have like 900 videos.
Especially on TikTok. I feel like TikTok rewards you. Like TikTok wants you to post like 5 times a day. If you post like 3 to 5 times, like when I first blew up on TikTok, when I first had the first viral video I had, it was after a month of posting 3 times a day. Like I posted in the morning, I posted in the middle of the day, and at night for a whole month, and it killed me. It was like, cause I'm doing a podcast, I'm talking to people for 3 hours straight,
editing it,
and I have to edit the best parts of it down to like, at the time it was like 60 to 90 seconds. Mm-hmm. So I was spending every moment of my day that whole month like just editing shit, because I read somewhere that TikTok rewards you if you post that often, and it paid off. And then it'll dwindle if I don't post at least every day. They'll like restrict my reach and stuff like that.
Yeah, back in the day, it was easy. Like, it was just like you posted something, you had like a certain amount of following, and then, TikTok will push it out. But if you don't get the shares, you're not going to get anything. Like, the shares are everything now.
The shares are everything. TikTok changed a lot.
It has changed, and it's hard. It's very hard. It's not easy. It's
Do you ever get like, I know you say you read the, what's the
community guidelines?
community guidelines. Do you ever still get videos that are like, they get banned or don't get approved for the creator program or something like that?
No, I haven't had a video banned in like, I think 3 years or something.
Damn, that's what I'm talking about. You got that safe ass
yes,
content. Cause I get a video ban. I just got back into the creator program yesterday.
Yeah, are you in the creator rewards program?
Yeah, the creator rewards program. And before I was in, I forget what they called the last one, but that was the one that that didn't pay so well. It paid like 4 cents every 1,000 views or something like that.
Yeah, I remember.
And that wasn't so restrictive, but as soon as they like upped is it RPM or CPM?
RPM.
Yeah, they upped your RPM to where you could make like, you know, $1.50 to $2 or however many per 1,000 views or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I get that, but I'll get that, and then all of a sudden they'll look at the video again and they'll disqualify the video and stuff. That's how podcasting works on TikTok, because my most viral videos are polarizing. You either hate what I'm talking about or you love what I'm talking about, and everybody on either side comes to my comment section and just battles it out. Like, you motherfucker, this, you know, I'm pro-life, I'm pro, you know, this, or, you know, I love Trump, I hate Kamala, you know, or something like that.
I hate Trump.
Yeah,
I mean,
but we're not going to get into the political shit.
I feel like
I don't hate Trump.
I think that there's a lot of like the comments are engagement.
Right.
So that's why your video's being boosted. But the algorithm, it is eventually going to stop it, because, you know, TikTok will eventually catch on that it's like problematic content.
Right.
And so you're getting the engagement by the comments, not maybe the shares itself. But if you want to build a genuine platform of social media, you have to
keep talking.
You have to build both sides.
Right.
You know. Now, for me, I don't really endorse either politician, but I am like registered to vote, and I'm going to vote, and then I will tell everybody whoever becomes president. I'll tell everybody who I voted for, but I can't get into political ties. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. I just
respect that.
Okay.
Yeah, I play everything safe. But regardless, I just think, you know, the most important thing is that I've learned by doing social media is be yourself, but be like I think being rated E for everyone.
Yeah.
I think that's the best route to take, and I just don't think that you don't get. I mean, this is genuinely how I feel like, with the content I make. I want everyone to watch it. I want kids to watch it. I want teens to watch it. I want older adults to watch it. I want men to watch it. I want women to watch it.
Right.
I want everybody to watch it. And when I create that crowd and that element for everyone, that's when companies are open to working with me, because I have made everything inclusive. And your content is not inclusive, so it's very different.
Yeah.
And so if you decide to take that route, you just have to keep consistent to the people that want to hear what you make. So.
But I wouldn't say my content isn't inclusive, because I am willing to talk to anybody about anything. But when you talk about like topics about like life and like how people feel like directly, and it's not always in a comedic tone, people can see one piece of my content and feel like that represents the whole scope of who I am. If I sit down with somebody who's like supportive of one thing, and people only know me for that one video, they'll think I represent that too, just because I could not say anything in the video, but just because I posted it on my platform, they like, oh, he supports, you know, Israel or something. Or if I do a street interview and I interview somebody who supports, you know, Palestine, for instance, then they think I'm like a, you know, Hamas sympathizer or something like that. But really, I'm just a curious guy who just wants to talk about any and everything, and mind like who I give a platform because I don't believe in like silencing anyone. I think everybody should at least be afforded the opportunity to be heard out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to get combative with people. You know, I just like to, you know, conversate about different topics and different things. And I don't necessarily want to be shackled to only being able to, like, I'm not Will Smith, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be everything for everybody. But at the same time, I kind of do. But I feel like if you even lend yourself to be in that realm, then people will like typecast you. You know what I'm saying?
It's choice for sure. I mean, it's choice. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You make a choice.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, I can say that not everybody likes. Not everybody's gonna like everything, but it's.
Like, do you ever, even as comedic and as all inclusive and all encompassing as you make your content, do you ever get like people who kind of shitstorm you about any of your videos? Like, this is not how German people are. What are you talking about? We don't say hey. We don't sing Jews.
Yeah, I do get comments like that, but it's more of like, you know, when I get comments like that, I feel like it's like they want me to learn per se.
Okay.
So it's like more of my comments are like, hey, no, you should have said it like this. Or we don't use ha. Like maybe the exaggeration was too much.
Okay.
So they try to take the joke and make it more literal as like a learning experience. But it's not it's not really where I get like, why'd you do this? You know, I read almost like all my DMs. I try to read all my DMs on Instagram.
Really?
In German?
No, my following knows I don't speak German. They try it.
So
though.
so nobody writes in German? Nobody.
They do like they say like, you know, ich liebe dich or things like
Yeah, but yeah, they want for sure. Yeah, but what you said, for sure. What you just said? I forgot what you said.
So you know, those y'all been drinking. See, my mind is. I only had one shot.
I mean, we said a lot though.
I had one shot.
You want another one?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. She didn't say no.
No, but
kind Duncan.
I thank you though.
Yeah.
I think it's like me and Thor. Well, I don't want to say your name, but we have to go pretty soon. So I want to try to. I know we didn't have a lot of time to talk.
You got like what, like 10? I think we've been going like 52 minutes. You got like 10 more minutes or something?
I think we can make it like 8 on the dot.
Okay, let's make it like 8 on the dot.
Okay. So.
Because I did want to ask you a few more questions about some of your, like, what's your most viral video about German culture?
It was when I think it was when I said a German lady had beat me up.
Okay, did this actually happen?
I will say I've been tried before.
You've been tried.
I've been tried. No, I had a video and I was just like, you know, do not fight German women.
Okay.
They got hands.
I haven't seen this one.
It like blew up. It just, I mean, people were saying things like you got the strudel knocked out of you. They said Hansel and Gretel's going crazy out there. It was like, it was so funny. But yeah, I've had a couple viral videos out here. But another popular one was when I went to McDonald's. Not the one you've probably seen recently, but I was trying to talk to the lady like, "Hello, ich möchte ein," and she was like, "Are you ready or no?" Like she was just like, "Hurry up!"
Oh,
like,
she wasn't playing to the TikTok you was trying to make, huh?
I mean, she wasn't on camera. I was at the intercom, so it was
right.
So it was very very real. Like that was a real reaction. It was, and then I don't know. Like I think World Star ended up posting it.
Really?
That's why I went viral.
Oh, was it World Star or what is it?
The Shade Room?
The Shade Room posted it.
Really?
Yeah, World Star has posted some of my videos. They never reach out. World Star.
Okay. Well, you know, there's another person running it or something like that. I think the original owner died or something like that.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen before you even came on my, well, I guess you came on my radar. Before I talked to you, I saw like a few of your videos and stuff like that. And like I say, a lot of people kind of do that type of content out here. But you know, I'll say like I find yours to like the most authentic and like funny and stuff. Like,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, me too.
I try not to do the like, okay, guys, we're gonna go get some coffee in Germany today, because I think that's cool if you know do things like that. But
you're so politically correct.
Am I?
Yeah, but keep going.
I think okay. So let's talk about it for a second, because I know that like you we don't have a lot of time.
Right.
So I think maybe you had a persona of how I would have been, maybe from the internet to like in person. Maybe. I mean, this is a time to speak your truth.
I mean, I didn't have a bad,
no.
any kind of bad inclination of how you were or anything.
No.
Like that.
Like honestly, I get a lot of like feedback. Some people say like you look a lot better in person than you do on social media. Some people have told me like you said that you were a lot taller than I expected. And
no, I thought you looked tall in your videos. To me, you look like a tall person.
I'm like always on the couch though.
Yeah,
like,
but you look like a tall person on the couch. Maybe it's your shoulders or something.
my neck?
Maybe it's your neck. I don't fucking
do
know.
I have a long neck?
You have
my neck.
like from you. I can tell that you were gonna be tall, like from only seeing this for some reason. I don't know.
I don't know. I just need to know. I have to live this mysterious.
And I saw the video you posted yesterday where you were like, okay, this is the full body me. And you like turned around and like,
the BBL.
Yeah, you showed the BBL.
Yeah.
It's not a real BBL.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like,
What,
it was maybe it was
it
real.
was in a bag or what?
It was.
Look at him.
It was like I had took like 2 wads of my laundry, and I had just put it in my underwear.
Oh my God.
I just wanted to see.
Did it go viral?
No,
It was a story, right?
It was a story.
was a
I did
story.
post a video about like because BBLs aren't like
That would be
popular.
funny to me though.
You said BBLs aren't a popular thing here? That was you about to say?
Yeah, are they? I mean, I don't know.
They're
It was-
popular, maybe not popular to get them, but they popular.
Yeah.
Oh
They are
really?
popular. Oh, a lot of
I've had
people
a
know
few
about
women on the show with BBLs.
it. Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, one woman told me how stinky it was after she got her BBL. She said like she smelled like a dead body and stuff.
Oh.
Because it was like a lot of pus build up and she had to like push out the pus and stuff.
I can understand why you keep saying I'm politically correct, because you would never get that out of me.
You know what I'm saying?
You would never get that out of me.
I mean, I'm just relaying what she said, you know?
Yeah, that's power
yeah.
to you, girl. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only associated with her through the podcast. You know, I had no idea she was going to say that. These are real authentic conversations we have here, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
People just feel so comfortable here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I felt definitely welcomed here.
I hope you did.
And I definitely think I like the opportunity to have to speak about kind of more of the, not mathematical, but the analytical side of social media. And I hope that we were both able to, you know, learn and exchange. I don't think that the click thing that you kept saying for the language is gonna happen to me ever. But I'm gonna keep trying.
You seem
When
like
it
a
does-
really intelligent
Wait.
person.
When it does,
I'm gonna call you.
no, make a video.
I'm gonna be like, hallo, guten Tag, Leute. Ich bin Krys.
But I feel like the fact that you can't speak it so well is what makes those videos so like hilarious. Because you got another video where you like rating German food.
Oh,
And you like,
it's like,
like
yeah.
Bratwurst 2. And that shit is so funny.
I don't know. I don't know.
And if you get fluent, like it won't. I don't know if you can like fake the like terrible German again.
No, it's like a step process. You go to the country, you first question everything. Why is these things like this? How are things like that? So now you're in active learning, and then there's the integration process of really going out there, taking the language, learning it, and exposing your audience to your everyday life as someone that's been here long enough. And then the third part is just really the third section of my content creation would actually just be about my personal life here in Germany. But this is like a step process of showing the slow steps of
the progression.
The progression.
Okay,
yeah.
so you're like leading. You have a plan even past this point in your career, and you're like leading people up to like where you're gonna be in Germany, like integrating yourself into the culture.
Yeah.
Okay, she's super calculated with that shit. I respect that.
I appreciate it. Well, it was a.
Really
do you guys have
nice.
any questions for me before we go?
What's one more question? What's like the biggest misconception about Germany? If that's not too much of a complicated question that you would say.
The biggest misconception about Germany. I was really surprised to see how diverse it was here. I don't think that that's something like America really advertises like diversity, melting pot. We're all here, communities, Asian communities, Black communities, Latina communities. But like before I came to Germany, I wasn't really aware of how diverse it was. And when I'm talking to some of my friends back home and they've never traveled outside the country, I'm like, no, like there's like people that look like you and me out here. That we're like everyone's out here, and they're really surprised. And I think I'm not too sure if Germany advertises that as a country, but that's like one of the biggest misconceptions that I've had. It's just like I was completely unaware of how this is like not a melting pot of Europe, but it's very, very diverse.
Yeah, we are out. There's a lot of Black people out here.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you got to go, but can we try to have a few second conversation in German?
Oh, you want to have a go? Ooh. Well,
can we have like a conversation in broken German?
It's we can try, but it's gonna be a quick conversation.
Yeah, super fast.
Yeah.
If you don't know a word, then he fluent though.
Yeah, I feel like because you're fluent.
Es ist kein Problem für mich. Was müssen wir dann machen hier?
Okay, just between me and her then, because neither one of us really speaks.
All right, I'm a judge then. I'm a judge.
Okay. Ich bin Tommy. Was ist dein Name?
Ich bin Krys.
Und
wie geht's dir?
Was hast du gesagt? Na, ich komme aus dem USA. Woher kommst du?
USA.
Hä?
So I can respond more, but I come from the USA.
Okay. Dem USA.
USA.
Ich komme aus.
Ich komme aus
USA.
Dem USA.
Okay.
Dem USA.
Ja, Mann.
Okay.
Boom.
Wie lange hast du in Deutschland gelebt?
Ich lebe in Deutschland 2 years.
Seit 2 Jahre.
2 Jahre.
Okay.
She got it.
Yeah, she got it. Was die letzte Frage? Was ist deine Lieblings
Farbe.
nein, Essen?
Essen? Is that like food?
Yeah.
Brötchen mit Salami. Brötchen mit Salami.
Kürbiskernbrötchen mit Salami.
It's mein favorite.
Favorisch? I think it was liebsten.
Lieblings.
Okay.
Lieblings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all I got. Okay. So, tschüss.
Toss is good.
All right.
Nah. Is there anything else you wanted to say before you go? You want to say bye to your fans or anything of that sort?
No, it was a pleasure being here. I'm going to leave here and go to the city.
Okay.
And, so maybe we'll just talk off camera about the
balloon pop situation.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. And then,
Okay.
But yeah, it was a pleasure. It
was nice.
Really nice to meet you.
Really nice to meet you and talk to you finally.
Really nice.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. You too.
All right. This has been another episode of the Quote Goes Podcast. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you, Krys. Willie Will, appreciate you for coming down.
Thank
you. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.